turn onto Bush Street.
ਦਿਦਾਰ ਤੇਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਰਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਤਰਸਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੋਠਾਂ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਹਜੇ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਅਗਲੀ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਜੀ ਸੋਨਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਦੱਸ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਤਰਸਦਾ ਪਿਆ।
कोई बुलांदा कोई करदा आदाब सुनदे रहो रेडियो पंजाब
ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਬੜਾ ਹੀ ਸੂਟੇਬਲ ਰਿਸ਼ਤਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਰਿਸ਼ਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਦਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ NRI ਮੈਰਿਜ ਬਿਊਰੋ ਵਾਲੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਬੜੇ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਨੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੇ ਹੋਣ ਤੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ 'ਚ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ 100% ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇਦਾਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਯੋਗ ਤੇ ਸਫਲ ਰਿਸ਼ਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਸੰਪਰਕ ਕਰੋ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬੈਸਟ ਮੈਚ ਮੈਕਿੰਗ ਕਰਾ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਪਾਤਰ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੇ NRI ਮੈਰਿਜ ਬਿਊਰੋ ਨਾਲ 4089401313 यानी कि 408-940-1313 और विजिट www.nrimb.com पंजाबी बोली पंजाबी विरसा जिसका कोई नहीं जवाब सुनते रहो अपना हरमन प्यारा रेडियो पंजाब जग घूमे थारे
Dancing and Bright Brain Production presents the Tribute Tour 2017.
Is uneven and twisted.
Yeah, I've seen them. That's why I'm going with Budget Blinds.
That's a style and service for every budget, people, right?
Yeah, and that is for real. Budget Blinds has no surprises pricing and a no questions asked warranty. The best in the business.
No surprises pricing and a no questions asked warranty.
No brainer, right?
So Budget Blinds comes in, measures everything, orders for you, then they install it all.
It's a beautiful thing. And now you can get up to $500 off on Signature Series window coverings.
Another no-brainer. Number, please.
855-BUDGET-BLINDS. Or go online to budgetblinds.com.
Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS and get the experts to do it for you at a price that fits your budget.
Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now.
Offer good on selected products at participating independently owned and operated franchises only. Some restrictions may apply. Ask for details.
This is Money Talk.
We are back in America's Money program at 1-800-934-2221 as we head out to New Haven, Connecticut. And JJ is on the line. Welcome to Money Talk.
Thank you, Bob. Nice to be a passenger on the Starship Money Talk.
Good to have you with us.
I'm traveling coach, not first class, however.
You have a good flight.
In half of a mile, slight right turn onto I-80 East.
After 15 years of its existence, not the earnings, the contributions before 59 and a half. Is that a taxable event?
All right, so you want to take money out of a Roth before age 59 and a half. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, and as a general rule, there are a lot of exceptions I have to point out on this. Could you tell me the reason for the withdrawal?
I'm custodian for my son who's not 59 and a half. We did it a couple of years ago to pay down his student loan.
Oh, this is to pay down the student loan. Okay, so this is not because of disability or something like
No.
that. Well, the general rule is, and I would strongly recommend you run this by your CPA or tax preparation person or enrolled agent. The general rule is under 59 and a half that you have to pay an early withdrawal penalty of 10%. This is on a Roth. Somebody taking money out of a Roth that doesn't qualify on any exceptions would generally have to pay an early withdrawal penalty of 10%. Now, we don't want to confuse this with the early withdrawal penalty that I just talked about. We don't want to confuse this with the taxes that are imposed on a non-qualified distribution.
Right.
Because in that case, you'd have to pay the tax on the profit that was made. You don't have to pay the tax on the original money that went in, because that's after-tax money. But in the case of a non-qualified distribution, you could get into a position where you'd have to pay the ordinary income tax on the distribution. But as a general rule, if we're just talking about taking the money out prior to age 59 and a half, we would be talking about an early withdrawal penalty of 10%.
Shucks, I should have known that. My shelf
Why
life
do you-
expired.
What's expired?
My shelf life knowledge of Roth IRAs, I thought the contributions would come out without any problem. I knew the earnings
Well-
would be taxed and there would be a penalty. I didn't think the contributions would be.
Okay, you knew that so you're saying you also are taking out earnings, which are taxable.
No. I made sure we didn't, just the contributions.
You just took out the contributions. Okay, well,
Right.
look, I'm not a CPA. I don't play one in the film industry or on TV. So definitely run it by a CPA, enrolled agent, tax preparation expert to get an opinion on that. I'd say as a general rule that most of the distributions from a Roth IRA prior to 59 and a half would be subject to an early withdrawal penalty of 10%, unless it fell into one of the many exception categories, which you're saying you don't think that's the case. Exception categories include disability on the part of the IRA owner, things of that nature, other things as well, unreimbursed medical expenses that exceed the percentage of adjusted gross income that is permissible, using them to pay medical insurance premiums after the owner received unemployment compensation. There's all kinds of chapter and verse on this topic, but I would run it by a CPA just to be sure. Maybe you'll be okay.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you very much. Good to hear from you. Yeah, I mean, if you want to know the truth of it, the exceptions and the ancillary rules that apply to Roth IRA withdrawals prior to age 59 and a half, actually it's embarrassing to have to issue that many rules. But this is what happens. They keep making changes to the tax code, and every time they make a change to the tax code, it becomes more complicated. And then they say it's the tax simplification bill, when in fact, of course, it's the CPA Full Employment Act. We all know that. 1-800-934-2221. We're heading out to San Jose, California. Hal, welcome to Money Talk. Good to have you with us.
Bob, thank you very much. I'm a subscriber, and you have helped me substantially over the years. I've looked at both your market timer and fixed income regarding bonds, and I have a question. I'm a neophyte learning about modern portfolio theory, and I see there's various tools like alpha, beta, duration, standard deviation, and some of those. Do you use that kind of logic and analyze bonds based on that?
Well, frankly, when we're talking about modern portfolio theory and various topics that you've mentioned, as a general rule, we're using them in the framework of the stock market. When we talk about the bond market, it's a lot simpler, really, because there really are two major factors.
Caution, red light camera ahead.
One of them is interest rate risk.
Teatro, spettacolo, ce n'hai vai.
As rates go up, the market value of bonds.
You've reached your marked location.
That is an unequivocal reaction to what happens to interest rates. You get lower bond prices when you get higher interest rates. That's the way it works.
Okay. When you look at bonds and you're seeking a new bond, those are exactly the kinds of things you search for. Are things like alpha important as well? Are they secondary thoughts, or do you go primarily on duration and interest rates?
See, I think that goes back into the stock market again when you get to alpha and beta and all the other topics you were talking about. Most of the other topics you were talking about, I think you're back into the stock market. I will give you two unequivocal factors in the bond market.
Next light right onto I-80 East.
One is interest rate risk, the other is credit.
You answered my questions. Again, I appreciate your help, Bob. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because if you're taking interest rate risk, if you're out long
Proceed on I-80 East.
and rates go up, prices are going to go up. Your prices of your securities.
Expand.
And that's very simple because the default rate goes up. Another difficult fact. All group of the economy was in the recession. So if you own credit risk in your portfolio, line risk, you do not want to own credit risk in a degrading economy. Credit risk in a decent economy or growing economy is one thing. Credit risk in a degrading economy, that's something completely different. But those are the two factors that I think you can spend just about all of your time analyzing when you are talking about the bond market. Those two factors being interest rate risk and 1-800-934-2221. That is our contact number. Money Talk comes your way each and every weekend. Talk about finance. John on the line in Columbus. Hello, John. Welcome to the
Thanks so much for your show. Really enjoy it. Of course, I'm just on a Google Map. Thanks to you.
Acum trecem podul spre Oakland. Golden Gate nu l-am luat de costă și l-am mai trecut de anul până acum. L-am și pus de altfel pe Facebook mai departe.
You're telling me that you have a huge profit in those factors. And you're telling me that if you take that profit, you're going to write a big tax check, not only to the federal government, but also to Governor John Dean. I'm not going there to save 5 bits. I'm not going to do it.
Expand.
By the way, John used that expression bits and make some number that is not familiar with bits. These are slang expressions that refer to basis points. Basis point. 100 basis points equals 1%. 100 basis points equals 100 pips. 5 pips equals 1/20th of 1%. 5 over 100. 1/20th of 1% is 5 pips. And that's higher than the cost. 1-800-934-2221 is the contact number. And of course, you can stream Money Talk to your computer, download Money Talk to your smartphone. That's Money Talk On Demand. And with Money Talk On Demand,
Expand.
Talking year-round. Sign up at MyBrinker.com. Right there at the Money Talk On Demand logo. And for those of you who have asked information about the Brinker Fixed Income Advisor newsletter, the website is
Continue on I-80 East.
to the Brinker Fixed Income Advisor newsletter. Money Talk comes your way each and every weekend talking about subjects financial. We do appreciate your company. By the way, you mentioned in connection with Money Talk On Demand, we have several weeks, many weeks actually, 3 or 4 months that are archived at Money Talk On Demand. That means you can go back and you can listen to past programs. If you do that, make sure you listen to Sheila Atwater. Sheila Atwater was on the first quarter. She is the author of Black Edge. Black Edge is the book that tells the story, the real story of what has gone on with hedge fund insider trading. Not all of it, but some of it. And when you read Black Edge, you will learn
Expand.
what's really going on in the hedge funds. As I mentioned in the past, I don't think it's a coincidence created in recent years since some of these hedge fund inside traders have gone up to the big guys. I think now that they've started catching them with the inside trading, it's been harder for some of these hedge funds to put up numbers other than lousy numbers. Bob Brinker here. Stay with us. More to come. It's never.
My roof is leaking in so many places. It's time to get it replaced. Can you loan me $10,000 right away?
Sure we can. Loan Me is the fast lending solution because we can loan you the money you need with no collateral in as fast as a day.
I just moved my family here from out of state for a new job, but won't get a paycheck for a month. Can you help me out with a loan in the meantime?
Sure we can. When you call Loan Me at 8445-LOAN-ME, we can loan you the money you need with no collateral because we trust you. And you can pay it back monthly or all at once.
Thanks, Loan Me.
Thanks, Loan Me. If you need someone to loan you money, call Loan Me at 8445-LOAN-ME because we can. That's 8445-LOAN-ME. Minimum loan amount $2,600.
Subject to credit approval. Those we made pursuant to California Department of Business Oversight Finance Lender License Number 603K061.
Call Loan Me. That's 8445-LOAN-ME because we can.
And we're back. Bob from Scranton, you're on the air.
Hi, Ted. Love the show. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thanks, Bob. Is there a special someone out there you'd like to talk about?
There is, Ted. I recently lost a very big part of my life.
You've been together a long time?
Since college. This is for my belly, my paunch, my spare tire. I know we had some good times. God knows I'll never forget that night in Albuquerque with the burritos.
It's never easy to lose something that's been such a huge part of you, Bob. Where'd the magic go?
Well, I'd recently begun taking the stairs more and more instead of the elevator, and then we started seeing
Exit
less and less
10
of each
is on
other.
the right, and then keep left.
It's just gone.
Small step number 67. Take the stairs instead of the elevator or escalator. It's just one of the many small steps you can take to help you become a healthier, well, you. Get started at www.smallstep.gov and take a small step to get healthy.
Public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Broadcasting from the San Francisco Bay Area. This is Talk Radio 560 KSFO, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. A Humulus station.
They didn't know. Dead on arrival. I'm Michael Toscano. French President-elect Emmanuel Macron in Paris exulting in his big win in a runoff election over far-right nationalist Marine Le Pen.
Tout le monde nous disait, c'était impossible. No, that it was impossible. Mais ils ne connaissaient pas la France. But they didn't have France.
Macron promised to bring change to France, but correspondent Cyril Vanier says there's another step first.
A month from now, the parliamentary elections are seen as the third round of the presidential election. Those will determine whether he has a majority in Parliament.
Republican Senator Susan Collins of Maine throwing cold water on the Republican health care plan pushed through the House just days ago.
The House bill is
Keep
going to
left.
come before us. The Senate is starting from scratch. We're going to draft our own bill, and I'm convinced that we're going to take the time to do it right.
Collins on ABC's This Week. She says it's wrong to take Medicaid funds away. I'm Michael Toscano. The second largest bomb defusing effort since World War II is underway after over 50,000 people were evacuated from the German town of Hanover. Up to 13 unexploded World War II bombs have to be removed.
In 1 mile, the exit on the right.
60,000 bombs dropped by Allied forces on October 9th, 1943. No bomb here. Another Marvel comic book movie has been the movie we most went to see this weekend.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is the weekend's top movie in North America, selling $145 million worth of tickets in the U.S. and Canada.
So we're saving the galaxy again?
Yep. The Fate of the Furious, which earned $207 million in North America since its release 3 weeks ago, took the second place spot.
You gonna turn your back on family?
The animated film The Boss Baby, starring the voice of Alec Baldwin, is in third place.
That's not right.
I'm Mike Bermudez.
And I'm Michael Toscano.
Okay, everyone, Mother's Day is next week. Do you know what you're getting for your mom? If you're looking for the perfect gift, Mom will love an unforgettable gift from Sherry's Berries. Right now, you can get their famous freshly dipped gourmet berries starting at $19.99 plus shipping. Just go to berries.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter special code 8888. That's berries.com, special code 8888. You have never never seen dipped berries like these. They're huge, sweet, juicy, and covered in decadent toppings like chocolate chips and chopped nuts. And right now they're starting at $19.99. That's amazing. Plus, you can pick your delivery date, and the berries are guaranteed to arrive fresh, delicious, and beautifully packaged or your money back. My mom is going to be super excited when she gets her Sherry's Berries, and I know your mom will be too. Order now because Mother's Day is next week, and this incredible deal ends this Friday. The only way to get this amazing offer is to go to berries.com, click the microphone in the upper right corner, and enter special code 8888. That's berries.com, special code 8888.
Do you get paid for overtime work? Well, if you do, the House of Representatives just passed a bill that you might like to know about. Marlis Majerus is here now with us. And Marlis, what's happening with overtime pay?
Michael, the Republican bill is called the Working Families Flexibility Act. And if it becomes law, it will let employers offer workers paid time off instead of time and a half pay the next time they put in extra hours. No Democrats voted for it. The White House says President Trump will sign it into law if it gets through the Senate.
And why don't Democrats support it?
They worry that employers have the final say on when that time off.
Next exit on the right, and then keep left.
You take the time you earned when you worked overtime until it's convenient for the company and not necessarily convenient for you.
So do you have to go with time off rather than extra money for your OT?
GOP leaders say